all the time players like to like warm up and stuff with off race, or especially at a tournament like before a big match they play a bit of off race just so they don't like because the last thing you want to do before a big match is lose to some stupid like Protoss bullshit like 10 seconds before you're meant to play a Protoss player. It just doesn't put you in a good mood. So some players like to do it, some players don't. These guys actually who were about to cast actually had a pretty interesting conversation about how much they practiced before this.
Did they really? Because I was talking.
Well, yeah, I mean maybe not in terms of actually having practice, but how much they needed to practice to beat each other. So.
Yeah, because I was talking to Zanster, and he was saying that he's ready to do some clown games today. So I'm ready for his games. Like I have
do some
kind of prepared
games.
myself. Yeah, I'm super excited to see what he's got. So in the bottom right, we have Harstem, who's possibly about to get clowned on, playing Terran, which, as you guys know, he normally plays Protoss.
And playing Protoss to the top left is the clown himself, Zanster. I think clown is actually a really good descriptive word for Zanster. It really just
for both of them. For both of them.
I think Harstem can get away with not being quite as much of a clown. I think he's like the leader of the pack.
No, he's... No, every time
he's got a clowny attitude, right? But he doesn't come off as the clown, like I don't know.
What?
Okay, I'll just shut up.
Maybe this is just your own. Maybe he has a different attitude or persona around you than he does for me. But whenever he's around me, he's extremely.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's a bit of a clown, but he doesn't do anything like stupid, like I would call it. Like Harstem's like funny and jokey, whereas like Zanster's just like an actual clown, like he wakes up, he goes places, he doesn't know where he's woken up and stuff. Bit of a clown.
This is true. Every time.
Flies to the wrong end.
Oh. Morty, I wish you came to like all the events. You should have been at Austin. You would have loved it.
Thanks, but it's made me feel bad. Why don't
No. There was.
We've been cast together for like 2 minutes and 8 seconds, and you already make me feel bad about my life, Annie. What's going on?
No. I'm just saying because Zanster was wrestling with Pilly, and after it was like one of the nights. And it was definitely a lot of fun to watch because they're both kind of like these scrawny little. I mean, Zanster not so much, but they're both like these tall, lanky-ish kind of kids.
Yeah. Who won?
Who won? Oh, they were like very evenly matched, surprisingly. And
but it had to be a winning. You can't call it a draw.
Actually, I think at some points. Yeah, Pilly, definitely.
Pilly? Okay.
Yeah, Pilly
I was going to say,
if
there wasn't a winner, you had to pick one.
Yeah.
But you had Zanster in a weird position.
Yeah, definitely a lot of Kappa prides being thrown around. and then they decided they would arm wrestle because they couldn't determine who was stronger through wrestling. And then they literally were not moving at all. Was it? No, wait, hold on. I think it was maybe Pilly and Lambo who were arm wrestling. There was a lot of arm wrestling going on. Everybody was challenging everybody.
I heard the tales that it was basically an underground fight club.
Basically. It was a lot of fun though. But alright, so
Harstem's been scouting for the proxy Stargate for like 5 minutes. It's only like 3 minutes in game. He's still been scouting for like 5 minutes.
He thinks that Zanster is going to be the clown that he knows he is, and he thinks that he's going to try to get a cheap win, but no.
I think he just doesn't believe Zanster can do anything other than proxy a Stargate. I think it's like a bit of a BM attitude as Oracle does play now, but this was just built in the main, so it wasn't kind of too quick or anything, and Harstem defends pretty well so far. They actually both come I would say they both come pretty standard builds, but actually Harstem's like reactor and out Cyclones, which is not really anything normal at all. He's actually going to kill the Oracle though. Harstem.
Do you think Harstem's going to try to move out with Cyclone Hellion or something like that? Or he's just going to go mass Cyclones?
I think he's just going to like mass Cyclones because he probably thinks they're a bit of a meme and probably just feels he can just kill Zanster with them, which he actually might. I mean, the mothership core is not out. It's going to be out in time. There's only going to be one overcharge though, right? So once that overcharge disappears, this pylon's going to be very exposed as Harstem
The
backs
Reaper
away
is...
for now.
Ooh, the Reaper is going to get in the main, get a scout out, and see what Zanster's going for. I think he's still looking for that Stargate. He knows it's somewhere. Ends up getting 2 probes. Not terrible.
The real issue for Zanster is these Cyclones. Like, he actually just has no straight up way to actually fight the Cyclones. So the Cyclones now are just going to start ripping their way through Adepts in the Sentry as well. There's going to be a warp in here, and actually with the warp in, maybe this is enough. Motion Core comes in.
Yeah, I think the Adept warp-ins are definitely going to save this. He does end up saving his 3rd, which is awesome.
There's a Cyclone in the Natural as well, which has just picked up 5 workers, so Harstem's continuing to do damage. Well, back at home, he's actually macroing quite nicely. He's got like a 3rd CC and like up to 5 racks already.
Oh,
so he's
this
set up quite nicely in the follow-up.
This mine at the 3rd might make it a little harder for Zanster to defend this. Oh, he does set it off with 1 Adept, though. Not too bad.
Yeah, that's nice. Just doing a little bit of damage. Actually, the second Oracle's just come in as well. Now Harstem is losing SCPs too. This is kind of funny because like the second Oracle at this point should never kind of do anything. So coming in killing 8 workers is it's pretty clown-like, I guess.
That's not too bad. I mean, 8 for 10. That's about an eye for an eye situation.
Right. It's okay. It's okay because he's done damage, but he should have never really lost those SCPs anyways. But I guess we're playing off races, right? So
yeah.
So we're bound to see some crazy things happening as we actually think these Adepts might be hard to stop, Coming up, we're gonna kill the Cyclone.
Oh, these mines are...
Nice
he
split.
does set one off. I don't think these Marines are gonna be enough. His answer might get a lot more SCV kills here.
Yeah, Harstem's gonna start falling in a bit of trouble, and of course, Zanster did keep that 3rd base alive, as we mentioned before. And so having kept the 3rd base alive, Zanster's starting to mine over there, and well, Harstem's still just got his 3rd base sitting in his base, and he's down 18 workers. It's not looking too pretty for him. These Adepts are still causing chaos. More Marines are dropping, and SCVs are still going to be exposed.
If Zanster just went a little more into that mine range, he would have been able to get friendly fire off on a lot of these SCVs, because Harstem was pulling the SCVs to try to get at the Adepts. So these mines could have done a lot of self-harm, but no, they pulled back just in time. 2 medevacs coming out. Oh, I'm sorry, you.
I was just gonna say, all said and done, it comes out in like a position that's not like great. It's not like great for Harstem, but it's not like he's down and out either. It's like it's pretty okay. 20 workers kind of hurts, but he will generally have a bit of a better army for a while because Zanster's kind of only on Adepts and Stalkers and Sentries, which is okay, but you really need an income lead or an eco lead to be able to make that sort of work out, especially as the Terran player goes into like mines, liberators, whatever. So a little bit of a mine drop from Harstem too, looking to do some more damage, and upgrades are pretty even as well, all through the board. So
I like this Phoenix that's patrolling out here and going to deny any kind of drop potential near the base. We do see a move out coming from Harstem. He is going to go into a bio play now with mines, and there's a stasis ward in the front, but Harstem's not going through the front though.
Yeah, it's not really in the best. It's such a weird position for stasis. I guess it's.
Oh, Zanster's Warp Prism might run into the medevac here. They're gonna pass in the night, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's gonna see that right away. So that's something. But can he still defend the
But is he
Widowmines?
watching? Is he watching the Warp Prism, or is that just on a move?
Yeah, he might not be. You should have seen it on the minimap though. I mean, it doesn't matter what race you play, you still look at the minimap, right? Maybe.
Like
Unless you're just more distracted playing Protoss, I guess.
Oh, great force fields go down, and he's gonna be able to pick up almost all of these Marines here.
Yeah, it was actually kind of bad for Harstem on the 3rd, but he is going to get the Widow Mines, and he is going to start doing some damage with them. He actually manages to burrow both, and he's going to be able to kill 9 workers overall. So this was kind of okay. Like, he lost a bit of army, but his production at home is really stepping up, and he's actually caught up now. He's actually ahead in workers, plus the triple mule he has. So the income lead is actually starting to favor Harstem a bit, and he's traded well enough to just sort of, put himself in a good spot here. Good little bit of a drop from the Widow Mines. Again, like the drop to the left, like the 3rd base attack wasn't really brilliant, but I mean, it was kind of a distraction.
This mine's about to set off again. How many workers is he gonna get? Oh, just 2 or 3?
Yeah, Zanster needs to go and clean that up. I mean, the more damage you take, the worse it is for you, so.
Yeah, sometimes you just forget that they're there until you lose worker units and you're like, oh yeah.
Well, there's so much going on in a lot of these games that, you know, you're kind of here, there, and everywhere. And sometimes you just assume that Widow Mine went down because you had units in position, and you don't actually notice that you lost a couple of workers to it or whatever, you know. So it takes it like, you know, it takes the second time around for it to fire before you're like, ah, right, that's still there. It's very hard to kind of keep track of a lot of the time.
We do have a War Prism on the right side of the map from Zanster with 4 Adepts in it. I don't know if he's going to be able to get damage out. I mean, there's turrets here, there's mines, there's Marines ready. I don't know if this would be the way to go in. I think what Zanster might want to do is just distract and then move the Adepts in. But either way, Liberators though. Liberators though.
Well, Zanster, if he wants, well, he actually doesn't have blink, so he can't fight this. I was gonna say he could maybe, I mean, it would have been weird because he would have blinked right into a lot of bio. He's just gonna rotate around, which is probably the better option.
Where's that War Prism?
Yeah, it's just around the right-hand side. It's got like 4 Adepts in it coming down right now towards the main. So he's looking to attack in a moment or two with it, as you see the army of Zanster is kind of scary. Like, Harstem's got to rely so much on the Liberator count to just kind of keep him safe, so he's always got to be repositioning those in the right place, otherwise he's going to be in a bit of trouble.
You know, Charge
on a couple more depots.
Charge did just finish, and he's working on Blink now. So if he warps in Charge slots, I think he can get a lot of work done here at the main or the natural. But I don't think he has to set up. Oh, and the War Prism does get picked off by the turrets.
Yeah, Prism goes down. You'll see these couple of Adepts going to get picked off as well. It's a good cleanup by Harstem. Just completely shuts down the War Prism harassment. And so now Zanster's still just looking for an opening. But Harstem is also about to hit 2-2, and he's gotten Vikings out, so he's about to have an upgrade lead, and he's going to have like the counter to what Zanster has here, so he's going to start maybe looking for a fight. Libs will siege up at least, and again, without Blink, you can't really fight those Liberators at all.
He almost got that planetary, but with the worker units there being able to repair it, he's going to have to try again. I mean, he's lost a few stalkers to that planetary, and also the reinforcing units.
Yeah, he's. I think his answer in general just needs to be a bit cautious, because now the Viking count's getting up there as well. Like Harstem, and especially again with like 2-2 upgrades against 1-1, Harstem's like really kind of probably looking for a fight now more so than anything. Well, he might not be looking for one because he might not realize it, but it wouldn't be bad for Harstem to fight at this point. So he's just going to kind of be completely fine here. Both players up on 4 bases. Zanster starts to take a 5th, and still keeping the map control of his army going into Storm as well. A Fleet Beacon and extra Starcades too. He's going to go into like Tempest to kind of fight against this kind of later game Terran army, and especially those Liberators in higher numbers. You can't just rely on Stalkers anymore. You need the Tempest to kind of push them away from a distance.
I really like these random Marines that Harstem has out on the map, because he can get a really good idea of where Zanster's army is, what angle he wants to come in from, and he can better prepare himself.
Oh man, there's so many Vikings up here. The Liberators will siege up on top of this too, and well, I mean, a lot of the Libs start to go down, but it means that the Vikings don't go down, so every Colossus will fall, and pretty convincing win there for Harstem as he pushes this all the way back through the center. The right-hand side, Zanster's going to come down, and a few Zealots try and charge in and do a little bit more, but Harstem's already pulling back to deal with it. He's actually really good at dealing with this harassment. Time and time again, he's just doing such a good job of defender.
I definitely think these Vikings shut down any kind of Sky Toss or Colossus potential that Zanster was going to go into, kind of forcing him into a different tech path now. And he seems to still be making Colossus though. He's got High Templars out.
I think Disruptors would be really good just because there are so many Vikings, because, you know, if he traded off like a few Vikings like in the last fight when he lost his Colossi, it might have been okay to kind of keep making Colossi. But because he didn't kill a single Viking, it's kind of bad because it means the Colossi aren't going to do anything for ages. Nice couple of Storms there. But the problem is, I mean, maybe Disruptors. I guess he just wants some kind of like extra kind of... I guess he just doesn't quite know what the best thing to do is, so he's just going to make Colossi because, again, that's sort of the army he wants to have. He actually stopped and he's making an Immortal now, so... Yeah, I think anything but Colossi right now. Tempest even okay because they can fight from a distance, as we will see a drop into the main. Harstem begins to unload.
He might be able to shut down some of the production. Oh no, I think there's too many. There is this Artosis Pylon. I don't know, it depends on what he wants to go for, but this Warpin seems to... I think it'll be able to clean it up.
It's so funny seeing the Zealots are only on +1 armor, so the +3 attack of the bio is like just absolutely shredding them. It's kind of crazy. Harstem's just been so so good keeping up with his upgrades. He's still an entire set of upgrades ahead, and he's about to be +3 armor against +1 armor as well. So that's going to be really, again, like for Harstem, like taking the fight is not really a bad thing right now, because the upgrades are going to help him out a lot. And I mean, he's got the Vikings to fight the Tempest numbers as well, so you can sort of ward it away. He's actually waiting for Ghost, which is again kind of the next tech, stage of this kind of late game Terran tech.
I wonder if he's going to drop these Vikings. I mean, they're rallied to go into the main.
Kill the Phoenix. He's actually going to kill the Mothership Core, which is... oh, no, he isn't. Maybe he is. Maybe, yes, no. Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
I mean, he might be looking to harass. Yeah, he sees the Tempest. Actually, that's really nice, because he just... At least he knows they're there. But, I mean, he's already kind of got the setup to deal with Tempest. Like, it's just the Vikings, With the Vikings there, he can sort of fight against them. Just something to kind of wither away at them during the fights, and, well, actually, he takes a shot. He's actually going to shoot again, and has to be careful, though. The Templar of Storms is something he has to be really
a lot of
cautious
these
of right now.
Vikings are like about halfway or low.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if he has, if he gets hit by another storm, they're going to just start dropping instantly, and especially with Archons underneath as well.
Oh, he catches the ghost!
Quite powerful.
He catches the ghost as they're rallying towards his army. Only picks off one, though.
Nice. It's pretty nice, but I mean, at least the one that he did lose, Harstem, at least he kind of got the EMP off, which I guess doesn't really matter too much because the shields will regenerate, but it does slow down Zanster from maybe thinking about taking the fight. He's got more ghosts coming out, 6 at a time. He's also going to go advanced ballistics for that lip range, so he can just keep them a bit further back in the fights and away from the Tempests. Just force the Tempests to come closer towards the Vikings, I suppose, a lot of the time.
Well, it seems like Harstem knows exactly what angle Zanster wants to attack from, and he's getting ready. He's got an army to the right of this as well, so sort of, kind of, with the ghosts in the back.
He needs to be, it's kind of a tough one actually for Harstem, because like it's a really difficult army to engage into, because there's just so much power in this with the Storms, the Archons, there's the Tempest there to try and ward away the Sky units too. It's not an easy position to fight into, as we're going to see Zanster picks up a base instantly. Well, he's a bit cornered now, but
I think Harstem's kind of forced to fight. I think Harstem's going to sandwich him, and then the ghosts are going to move in, maybe? Is he going to move in the ghosts?
He really is a hit EMP on the side Templar or something, because the Storms are going to be pretty deadly otherwise, and, well, he splits away against them, but there's just so many Storms, and that's one of the big issues here. Zanster continues to pick away with these Tempests in the sky. He won the fight against the Vikings too, and, well, you can just see that the Terran units are maybe just about going to clean this out, especially with some ghosts in the high ground, but Zanster's just got so much reproduction. Like, he's just way up in supply at the moment, and that's just going to allow him to... He starts up 3 carriers, actually, which is an interesting one. I mean, it's nice, but he needs to really make sure he has something on the ground now to, like, deal with, like, an instant counterattack or so.
Well, there is kind of a small group that's looking to maybe counter over here on the right with an Archon and a bunch of charged lads. Now, I wonder if Harstem is sweating because, like you were saying earlier, and I believe this to be true as well, that he might have been underestimating Zanster.
I think if Harstem loses to Zanster, he'll be very upset with himself. He's going to run to his stasis ward!
With the ghost and the stasis ward!
That's so sick. Oh, but the EMP hits like every High Templar. So now he has no Storms. Well, that's actually kind of like... Well, that's actually kind of sick. Like, hitting every single HT with 1 EMP is so sick. He's gonna have, like, when these ghosts come out, he's gonna have more EMPs available too. Also taking damage back at home, but I mean, this push, and this is just because what Zanster rebuilt was carriers, and rebuilding carriers takes a long time to really set back up into, so he's kind of just missing a little bit on the ground right now to really just help him survive, and slowly Harstem is kind of starting to get rid of those zealots back at home as well, but it's taken him a little while to
He's
really
lost a lot of workers to them. I mean, Harstem's down to 25 workers now, and Zanster's ahead by about double. And I think... Yeah?
It's just, Harstem didn't have too much of an army, really. It was just that Zanster was waiting for his carriers to come out and, other units to come into play. Once those came into play, there was just way too much, and that was GG. Harstem takes game number 1.
I think that that counter with the Archon and the Zealots was what he needed, because if he didn't do that behind the push that Harstem was putting out, then I think it would have been a little scarier, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Zanster played pretty well, He had the right kind of composition. They both actually had like a good idea of where they wanted to go, like in the mid game and the late game, which was pretty cool to see. So that was pretty nice. And yeah, just some good harassment as well. Some drops. We saw War Prison play. And bits and pieces as well.
Oh my gosh, I'm just now catching up on the banter that has been going on between Harstem and Zanster. I was too busy setting up the stream stuff on the layouts and with the tweet and everything that I didn't get a chance to see this happening, even though I knew it was happening. They're really funny. I like the banter between a lot of the pros. I wish people could see more of that. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say what they're saying. I'm gonna say no, so I'm not gonna tell you guys, but it's pretty funny.
Hey, this is what you expect when you have these two.
Oh, totally. That's what I want from them. I love seeing this stuff, you know. I like that they also chose to go in alphabetical order with the maps. And they just were like, we don't need to do vetoes. We'll just go in alphabetical order.
They didn't even choose that. They just told me to make maps. So we might throw a curveball or something. We should just throw like a really stupid map on or something like game 3. Like just something out of nowhere, like something really like Steps of War.
Oh no!
Do you even know what Steps of War is?
I don't. But I do want it to be a little fair in this unfair.
Steps of War is like the fairest map ever. Trust me. The chat will vouch for me, right? Steps of War is like the most balanced map we've ever seen. It's like a shame it's not in the current map rule.
I don't know. I haven't played it. This is probably before my time, so.
Yeah, it definitely was before your time. They're ready, by the way.
All right. Well, if we're ready, then we can go. They're really. Oh, me? Why me?
Well, I don't know. I thought I'd make you host in case you had to wanted to delay the start or something.
It's totally
no.
fine.
Okay, I'll just keep on.
I'm really terrible with being host because I never know I'm host because I'm thrown host, and then games never get started. So we're going into game number 2 between Zanster versus Harstem. This is an off-race matchup between the two. It is a best of 7 in case you guys are big fans of either one of them. So don't worry. Don't worry. You'll see one of them succeed. I don't know who, but down.
You'll see one of them succeed.
down one game is Harstem, who's playing as a waste man, Terran.
Don't worry, because you might see this guy win this game, because that's a possibility. Zanster in the top left.
I think your mic cut out, but I'm gonna do the swivel thing anyway.
Hi, I'm here. Maybe I just started talking a bit too quietly. I've got voice activation.
Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see?
I do.
I see a Perazzi box going down.
All right. Well, this is where I get to use some Harstem. He's realized that Zanster isn't going to proxy him.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's okay. No, you go. Oh, you go for it.
No, it was my.
You're gonna talk about the scout? Or
it was.
No, you go. Go.
I was saying sorry because of the camera. I freaked out with the camera for a second, but sorry. Go on.
Okay. It's okay. We all freak out with the camera sometimes. It's part of the observer.
I was apologizing to the viewers. Sorry, viewers. Yeah, so you said he realizes that Zanster's not going to proxy him, so...
Well, I mean, he didn't proxy him in the first game, so he's just going to kind of, throw in some action himself, clown things a little bit. That's actually a pretty, game 1 was a pretty sick macro game, considering I thought they were going to go into this, proxied Stargate versus 10 racks or something stupid. It was a pretty sick game, number 1. And the best of 7 is kind of nice because you get to see such a variety of builds. This Harstem's just going to proxy everything, by the way. Proxy racks, proxy factory, which isn't actually usually what you see with the the kind of proxied racks in TVP. Usually it's for a Reaper or 2. And then the Reaper or 2 actually then become, then you build the factory at home to be defensive, and then proxy the starport as well, so it's kind of interesting. This is actually going to be reacted Cyclones. Obviously Harstem, we saw him cycloning in the first game. Really feels like Cyclones are just the answer to all of his problems right now against Zanster.
I mean, Zanster got a good scout out, so he knows that something is sketchy. And he's got a really great SimCity here that's ready for whatever Harstem wants to throw at him. He's got 3 pylons powering these gateways, and I think he's gonna be pretty good to go. He just needs to not lose too many workers. But
He's
we'll
okay.
see.
I mean, he scouted early, he got the mothership core out fast, he got a second gateway because he scouted, and he threw down a cyber core instead of a nexus. So now these first two cyclones aren't really going to be able to do all that much. And I love the fact Zanster feels confident enough with the sentry here to force field.
Right.
Confident
Yeah.
enough to send two adepts across the map so that he can go and counter. Because Harstem doesn't have anything at home to defend that, so... Well, Harstem... He's going to have 4 cyclones soon, so if he does get up here and start forcing overcharges, it is going to be a little bit scary when, you know, as more cyclones come out. So, Zanster has to be a little bit cautious. Like, again, cyclones shred through most things. Their damage on the ground in the early game is, like, absolutely insane.
There is a starport coming up. I wonder if we're gonna see a tech lab or a reactor coming out of, or being an add-on to that. Because if he goes for banshees, that could be really interesting. But Zanster would be prepared for that though, because he does have a robo coming up where he can get an observer if he needs to. But I don't think he'll be able to scout it. I mean, these adepts are knocking at the wall, but I don't think Harstem's going to throw down the tech yet. I don't think he wants to reveal his plans.
He might just go for something like a medevac and just like elevate these cyclones up or so. There's a couple of different ways he can do this without adding anything on, but he's going to go
tech lab. Alright, so it is going to be banshees or ravens.
Oh my god, the devs now, they actually break their way through this wall. The SCVs have to come and repair it, but he actually sent a cyclone hub to deal with this, which is pretty smart. Harstem just dealing with this nicely. I love the barracks, by the way, just floating. He's actually picked off one of the pylons from a distance just because he's got the vision with this barracks. He's now going to get a gateway too, and he's going to go for more. He's actually going to be able to reach this other gateway. This is kind of a problem because without the overcharges, like this army just doesn't trade that well against cyclones unless there's just enough of it, which we'll see right now. Guardian shield pulse, but the sentry is going to go down, and oh, it's actually the wrong sentry. Sorry.
There is
another cyclone joins
out.
in. Yeah, the immortals too much. GG. Zanster takes a 2-0 lead.
Harstem gambled, and his gamble didn't pay off, but Zanster was just very prepared. Part of me thinks that he's practiced, and he's I don't know, a lot of holding off weird builds and proxies like this just come from experience and having grinded out the games and having dealt with this a lot. I mean, even if you know how to deal with it in theory, doesn't mean that you can execute, right? So, I'm
not sure if Zanster's ever played against a proxy cyclone much before, though. You know what I mean? I think he just sort of figured out like what the best idea would be to kind of. I mean, he did the right thing though. Like staying on one base, I think is one of the better options. Just adding a gateway. And a robo pretty much always goes a long way in that sort of regard as well. So
you know, I also wonder if before my event, any of the guys talked to each other and was like, theory crafting a bit and sharing a little tricks of the trade with their races.
I saw Showtime today was tweeting asking about how to meet
I
with
saw that was so
which didn't really help him for his match because it's CVP, right? But obviously maybe he was playing some circle, so
something like that. Maybe he was just curious. Something.
Yeah, something like that.
If you are just joining us now, Zanster is up 2-0 against Harstem, and we are going into the game 3, which is going to be on Blood Boil. And these guys, I don't think anyone's ever seen their PBT, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to throw this on, just to show you guys what could happen if fill in the blank, So I'm having a great time. How are you enjoying these games?
I'm just entertained. The fact that the first one was like a long macro game still sort of blowing my mind. Like game 2 looked a bit more like what I thought this was gonna look like.
Yeah.
But we'll see. You're gonna go into Blood Boil now. They're still just playing the maps alphabetically, so. To
be honest, I feel like a lot of the entertainment value of these series come from who the players themselves are, and specifically that and the matchup, if that makes sense. So, because it's Harstem playing Terran is what makes it so entertaining. But
you probably just could have had, Zanster and Harstem just kind of talk at each other for half an hour. It probably would have been a good match as well. Just award like points that. For like the best insults. Probably would have also worked out quite nicely.
They always have the funniest insults. But yeah, in the bottom right we have Zanster playing Protoss, and he's up 2 games. I will fix that in a second, guys. Sorry.
I'm giving you time to fix it. You fixed? You ready?
You can go. You got this.
Okay. Top left, blue Terran player is Harstem, part of Team Wasteman, which has the classic emblem of Zanster actually in their little spinny thing.
I wonder if when Zanster goes into Harstem's base, and he's near a CC, and he goes, "Hey man, that's a really handsome fella," and he just stops to admire.
I think that's what happens with anybody.
This beautiful portrait right here.
I think that's the whole point of the portrait, to distract and just to really kind of make life difficult for your opponent. If they're so busy looking at Zanster, how are they going to play StarCraft?
People are like, is he wearing heart sunglasses? That is a handsome mug. Hey, baby, you come here around often? You come around here?
I have some bright orange hearty sunglasses. They're my favorites.
Do you really?
Yeah, from like years ago. I must have got them like literally 10 years ago or something. I still have them.
I don't think I have any funny sunglasses. I only have really cool
they
sunglasses.
Are funny sunglasses. They're cool. They are fun. Go on.
Yeah, I have
some respect, please.
I have some cool sunglasses that look funny on other people. Like there are other. Sometimes when I'm at events, like players will steal my sunglasses and they'll wear them, and it looks really funny on them, right?
So you're saying they just look funny in glasses?
Something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Although I think a lot of these players nowadays do need glasses. Playing too much StarCraft can wear and tear at your eyes, apparently.
What's your next event?
I'm not sure. I think it's going to be Valencia. For sure, it's going to be Valencia. It's not, I mean, unless somebody wants to surprise me with a trip to Jönköping, which I don't think is going to happen.
Jönköping is in like a week or something.
Exactly. So, maybe somebody's going to want to swoop down.
Swoop down.
But no, I don't expect that at all.
There's like nowhere to stay in Jönköping anymore.
We do see a Stargate going down, though.
Yeah, I mean, Zanster just knows what's good, he knows what's broken, he knows how good Protoss can be if you build oracles, so... It's just playing the metagame.
But yeah, you're going to Valencia, I think, right? Because you're raising to go as well.
I'm excited, man. Valencia was really good last year.
Yeah, I didn't go, so I'm really excited to go.
I know.
This year.
So you went there. Believe it or not.
Oh, also, I totally forgot to do this earlier because we were in a game, but thank you, the Dark Ones, for your 100 bits. I really appreciate that. But if you guys want replay packs from today's showmatch series, you're going to get all of them, all 5 best of 7s for $5 or more. And your money is going to go towards another Fight Club. And if we don't make the money for another Fight Club, then I'm just going to do one-off show matches. Like, right now, I'm looking at maybe Scarlet versus Showtime. Reverse race. I think that'll be an epic show match. Why are you laughing?
I'm just laughing at the fact that I'm just laughing at all the people who right now just can't wait to get their hands on the Harstem Zanster TVP series. Like, just cannot wait to learn Terran versus Protoss from Harstem himself. The replays. I mean, if that is complete and utter value. You honestly cannot get replays like this in any other replay pack, so...
There's no way.
I would purchase while you can.
Because this deal is only going on for today, guys, so you can either donate through the Matcherino, or you can donate through the stream. But the players are getting 100% of the prize pool. The only reason why the Matcherino is a little more than the total prize pool is just because there is a Matcherino fee. I promise I'm not trying to pull in a Villo on anyone here today, so...
How dare you not pull in a Villo?
Maybe one day. Maybe for the next one I'll pull in a Villo.
You're gonna pull in a Villo?
Yeah, but instead I'm gonna spend your money on going to, like, Bermuda and go snorkeling or something, something like that.
It's been a nice passive game so far. 5 minutes and like really nothing's happened. They've poked and prodded, but no real damage done. Both players sort of allowed to set up into this, and Harstem's going to go for a bit of a tank push. He's also making an additional Reaper, which I think is a bit of a mistake. And he's got Vikings and no Medevacs, which, I mean, it's been a very weird build from Harstem so far. I really don't like it.
That's going to be spotted by the mothership. He literally does it in front of the mothership core, and that gets totally shut down.
You know what?
I don't know what he's going for.
Right, listen to me. He might actually kill this mothership core with the Vikings, and then there's going to be no pylons to stop the rush.
Ooh, you're right.
There's like this
Maybe this
strategy.
is the
Look,
the
here we
meta
go,
bait.
Vikings!
The meta bait.
Like even if he drops it now, it doesn't matter, right? Like it's gonna be on like so quickly. And Harstem, this is actually so sick.
You know, I
now
was
you can land the
watching.
Vikings.
I was watching Hero Marine, and he was putting the tanks down here, on the bottom of this cliff, which is a really good spot as well. But Harstem's just gonna go in from the front. I think they were so passive because Harstem gambled, and then he also played a macro game, and he realized, okay, wait a sec. Okay, Zanster might have something here. And he doesn't want to chance it. He really wants to get a game off of Zanster. He's like, okay, there's no way this fool is gonna get another game off of me.
Terran players have been complaining about putting overcharge for years, and all you have to do is build 4 Vikings at the start of the game to kill the MSC. You would have thought. It's so simple.
So simple.
Harstem's literally redefining the metagame.
you know
when you watch like GSL or something, and you see like Maru do some cool build or Dark, and the next time you play ladder, everyone's doing it. That's going to be tomorrow. Everyone's going to go for the 4 Viking 3 tank push and TVP now. It's just no way to stop it. It's just broken.
I can see it. More gateways are coming down for Zanster. He's looking to up his production because he knows that these are probably going to get picked off here in the front. So he wants to be able to make enough to hold. I don't know how he's going to deal with the tanks though. They're a bit stacked.
He's got Phoenix, so if he can lift the tanks during the fight for a little while, that can give him a chance to maybe start cleaning this up, and that might be what he needs here. So we'll see. He does have glaives and +1, which is going to be really useful against these Marines, which have no combat shields or upgrades. So the Adepts will now 2-shot Marines. So all he needs to do is get in there and lift the tanks up, and he should be able to do this. But that's where the Vikings come in again, I guess.
Is that a mana mule? Is that a mana mule?
It is. It's 2 mana mules, but it's not over yet. Oh no, it's a repair mule. Well, I mean,
in quotations, repair mule.
Yeah, I know, because like,
because that Viking wasn't even low.
Yeah, that's what I mean. For a moment, I was like, oh, it's repairing. And I was like, well, it's repairing like 10 health of damage or something. You'll see the Phoenix getting ready to flank in. They want to get the tanks. Here we go. The Adepts begin to shade. And cancels. Doesn't want to go just yet. It's gonna wait.
With the mine, the Marine count, and the Vikings, I definitely had my hesitations about these Phoenixes really being able to get much done with picking up the tanks.
You don't need to pick them up for like a split second though, just to kind of deal with like the first shot or so. We'll see. We're gonna see Revelation coming down. He actually uses a Revelation but misses the Widow Mine. There you go, he commits forward, he doesn't even need to use the Phoenix really, he can just fight the Vikings. The tanks are gonna go down. Harstem actually maintains like a medevac of Marines.
No way.
And I feel like Zanster should just go instantly counterattack. Like he's got such a good strong setup here. Like with Adepts and Phoenix, I feel as though he could do okay across the map. I mean, Harstem has a couple of mines. If he uses the Revelation properly and lifts, I know this is asking a lot of Zanster, but if he uses the Revelation, hits the mine, and lifts them with the Phoenix, this could be really good for him.
Well, we do see a medevac with it's a full medevac with Marines in the left, ready to counter at any moment because he knows that Zanster is going to move out. So we'll see what becomes of that. These mines, though, could really be a game changer depending on the way Zanster plays this. But man, Zanster's got the patience of Buddha, and he is just that was a great hold.
Drops some Revelation, sees a few of the Widow Mines. That's good. I mean, it doesn't actually hit all the Widow Mines though, so it's a little bit scary. The Phoenix is going to start coming in, the Adept shade, and it's a bit of a Widow Mine massacre, in all honesty.
In the meantime,
the Phoenix will join in too.
In the meantime, there is a Marine drop, but I don't think it's being microed very well as the main fight is happening in Harstem's base, and it seems like that bunker is really holding down the fort here, and the SCVs are going to be the MVPs because they're repairing that and keeping it alive.
You know, Zanster actually comes out of this in a pretty okay position. Like, it's kind of funny because it kind of feels like he maybe shouldn't be, but he actually double expanded, which put him into a pretty good spot. Although this drop is really causing chaos. I mean, he's also going to drop down the mules.
Oh my god, even more mules.
The thing is, I really don't think Harstem's in a winning position. Like, I mean, he's not in a bad position, right? But like, is he in a winning position? It's debatable. I mean, he's doing okay, but Zanster still has 61 workers and a gold base. Harstem's got mules at the gold.
You think he's gonna try to steal some? Ah, he's gonna steal some. Oh, missed opportunity.
I mean, it wouldn't really make much of a difference.
I know, but still, it's gold that he doesn't get to have. He's like, no gold for you. No.
I'm just trying to think, like, can Zanster actually hold on against like another fight? He doesn't have that many adepts. He's got 12 adepts and an immortal. There's just 40 marines. I think Harstem might have too much. Maybe Harstem was in a winning position. Just needed a little while to get his macro back in step and to get ready to attack again. Sort of see what he can do.
You know, on a side note, Wardy, this is my first time really observing. Sometimes I take over here and there, but I'm actually kind of having fun with this. Oh, more mules going down.
Mules. I'm gonna dictate the way this fight's gonna go. I think Harstem feeling confident, and I think he should feel confident now. Again, like it's just Zanster has a lot of economy, but he doesn't actually have any units really. He's gonna shade on top. There's gonna be Widow Mines going off, which hits big onto the adepts. And
there's a bit of friendly fire, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. I mean, maybe with the overcharge and the immortal.
Maybe until reinforcements arrive. I mean, it's still kind of tough. Like. It's
he's just
really
gonna
not good at all.
He's just gonna evacuate that base.
He has to. There's no way he can stick around here. Like, just absolutely nowhere. Well, Pound's gonna still dropping mules. This is some great
more
game
mules.
More
mules. Jesus.
I wonder if he gets to the point where he drops so many mules he actually loses the game.
He's mining the gold.
You may as well, right? You drop the mule, mine some gold minerals,
get back up. He wanted the gold across the map. He had his own, but he wanted Zanster's. Just like the kid who's not happy with his toy, so he wants to steal everybody else's, you know?
Oh, great force fields! Those are like the sickest force fields I've ever seen. Like overlapping each other, absolutely nowhere useful. It's like
You're
really.
Right. I thought it was in one force field until you said that. I thought it was
like
honestly
it's like real quality force field to save the day for a few more seconds.
You know, they might have been on a rapid fire hotkey or something. I do that sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, we're just having fun. They're not really kept hating on shit on stuff. It's just kind of funny to see them when they do make some mistakes here and there. This Harstem will this time, I think, really clean this up. The Immortals are going down, the Adepts are dropping. GG to Zanster for the first time this series. It's going to be hot taking his first game.
Harstem was like, no more. I'm not losing to you anymore.
Yeah, he's had enough of being made a clown of. He ain't a fool no longer. He ain't a fool no longer.
Oh, I'm curious to see what he has in store for the next game. Decade of Harstem.
Yeah. It's time for the sickest map. It's Defense is landing next, so.
Oh, we are going in alphabetical order.
We are going in alphabetical order. Defenders land. Then we make a big jump though, from D to O for Odyssey. So.
Is it really?
Huh. It's interesting, isn't it?
I never paid attention to these little minute details.
Ever before. It's never been important.
Oh my god. Okay, so yesterday, Wardy went out. Right, I also went out, but
I went out.
I was trying to get a hold. I was trying to get a hold of Wardy, right? Because I wanted us to be twins today on cat. Like I wanted to be corny as shit. Because I'm wearing my Zergheart t-shirt, which I know he got one. In Katowice.
And you couldn't have just told me that, and I could have just like. I mean, that didn't really need me to be there yesterday.
Oh, that's true. I could have messaged you. You're right. I was thinking. But then I was like, would that be a little too corny? I don't know. I was thinking the Baneling one as well.
I don't even know where mine is at the minute.
Really? I saw you wearing it like the other week on stream or something like that.
Yeah, I've been wearing it a lot, so I just don't know where it is right now. It might be in the wash or something.
I don't know if you saw, but I actually cut up my Baneling t-shirt to be like a tank top because it was so big. Like I'm a very small girl, and a men's size small is basically a dress on me. So I was like, nope, I gotta do something. I just look like I'm wearing PJs.
So is that a bad look?
PJs?
New fashion.
I like being lazy, but I don't like looking lazy. Does that make sense?
I wouldn't have guessed it.
Wow.
Wow!
Oh, wow.
Wow!
Wow.
Alright. Game 4's going into Defender's Line. I just had
This
the battle
guy
of the
right
century
here.
with my lobby.
Yo, did
Alright,
we get this
we're good.
Lottie show match going down yet? Did you do that yet?
No, not this Lottie showdown.
Oh, come on. So,
I know, but
for any of you guys who don't
people
know,
keep delaying. It's mental. It's absolutely mental.
so basically in Katowice, we all didn't realize how much Zloty cost, and we didn't realize Poland was going to be cheap as fuck. And so we all had so much Zloty left over, and we put it
You make
all...
it sound like
we all threw down for a true versus
down.
risky show match, because Risky, as you guys know, he runs his mouth. He fucking runs his mouth, and so yeah, he was basically trash talking. We were like, you know what? Put your money where your mouth is. And he's been delaying it. I think he's scared. What do you think?
I think Risky wants to play. I think it's I don't know if it's really Risky that's been delaying it, so
Really?
so it's been a tough
It's
one.
been both
Yeah,
of them, I think.
it's just been tough to organize.
Mm.
Been,
Well,
it's been
maybe
difficult.
maybe one day we can get that.
I've been real busy, so
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, you've
Been
been crazy with the StarCraft passion these days, man. Doing Go for SE2 before this, and then now you're doing this.
gotta cast, gotta make that living. gotta live, right?
Well, in the
Do
bottom,
what we gotta do.
taking one life from Zanster in this best of 7, we have Harstem playing for a waste man, honoring the Zanster himself.
I love this clan. It's my favorite clan.
Waste man, yeah, it's got to be one of my favorites as well.
They've had some good names over the years when there's been teamless players, but Wasteman is definitely right now the best. That we've
The
had.
best.
Yeah, there's been some good ones, but Wasteman is really killing it. Top right, how come you always get to introduce Harstem? It's crazy.
All right,
Every
next
time.
one. Next
Top
one.
right. Top right. Finally, Proxy and Pylon. He is going to be Zanster from Systorm Gaming.
Why is he proxying it on his side of the map, though? You would imagine.
Oh, because this is going to be a Twilight Council and a Dark Shrine. This ain't a Stargate. It actually might be a Stargate. He might just be doing it because he knows Harstem's going to scout.
Yeah,
and so he
might
just
scout on
really
his
wants to
side
hide
of
it.
the map. Yeah. I mean,
The
it's
thing is,
smart.
yeah.
Oh, Robo.
Harstem-
Yep, it's gonna be Dark Shrine.
Okay. Well, not Dark Shrine if it's a Robo. You need to try for Dark Shrine. It's going
No,
to
but
be
it's
Immortals.
gonna be. I think it's gonna be. It's gonna be a DT Warpin. Maybe Archon drops.
But
don't
you
think
need
he's
the
gonna
Twilight
do it?
first. No, you need Twilight first for that. 100%.
Maybe he just
100%.
thought he put down. And so I don't know, man.
He's gonna go. He might go 4-gate Prism, or he might go. I think 4-gate Prism, or just straight up like 2 Immortals to bust and just like attack like 3-gate Robo. The thing is, though, what's interesting is like Harstem, as he scouts, will sort of just be like, you know, he can instantly tell what's missing because he's a Protoss player, right?
Right.
And he actually runs straight through the Robo.
He
sees it
goes
instantly.
straight there.
That actually means he can cancel the engineering bay he's building at home. He built that in case of the Stargates, so.
I want to know
Yeah.
if he's like laughing to himself right now, or if he's just got like the depth
He's
stare.
probably,
that
you
all-
know what? I know exactly what he's doing. He's probably shaking his head with like a slight chuckle on his face.
Oh, yeah,
But just
yeah.
think, just saying
I can
like,
see it.
no, Zanster, like no, like not today. You know, that's
I know
exactly
exactly
what
what
he's
that
doing.
looks like.
Yeah. It's exactly what he's doing, 100%.
For sure. And he's probably thinking like, or he's probably saying, this guy or this fool. But in his accent, I can't do his accent.
So to be fair, this is a bit of a fool build. He's making a warp prism with 1 gateway, and he's making a Stargate. Like, what's he gonna do? Like, bluff the Oracle? like Zanster, you don't need the warp prism to play your Oracle across the map. It's okay. I mean, obviously he's maybe changed his plan based on the scout, but I'm still kind of entertained by the warp prism with 1 unit on the map that he can put it in.
Maybe he's gonna warp in charge slots, or he's getting a. Do you think he's gonna do disruptor drops? God, I can't even speak.
Shops drop?
I'm
Yeah,
so
let's do
excited for
disruptor shopping.
disruptor drops. 'Cause he's
Yeah, I mean, fast Robo base sort of suggests
gonna
that.
Robo
I mean,
base.
it's, unless he goes really crazy and goes for like a Colossus drop. But it would have made sense to actually build the Robo Bay instead of the Stargate. Wait, did he cancel the Stargate?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, yeah, then it would have been made more sense to go for the Robo Bay a bit faster than the Stargate initially. You see the Marines and the Cyclone actually coming forwards here, trying to poke a little bit. May have wanted to try and get rid of the Robo, which would have been a pretty big play if he did, because then there wouldn't have been disruptors, right? So that could have been pretty cool. Zanster just, well, collecting his army together. He's adding on 2 more gates. Wonder if he's going to make a Colossus.
He's got Colossus coming out on.
I think he's just going to go. I'm done trying to analyze these games, but like, I think he's just gonna. I think he's just gonna go for like one big push. I would imagine, unless he hallucinates. Like, oh my god! You know what? This is such a sick idea because you know what it might look like. It might look like he accidentally walked a Colossus across the map, like accidentally rallied it to like from the Robo as though it was an observer. So maybe Harstem thinks, I don't know, I've got absolutely no idea. Maybe it's a fool because he wants Harstem to see it now and then think that Colossi later are fake. Like, there's so many mind games that could be going on right now.
I mean, how can we know what they're doing if they don't even know what they're doing, right? Oh!
I've never seen something so ridiculous in my life. Like, ever.
We're trying to like make something.
I don't even know what happens now.
We're trying to make sense out of something a little nonsensical, guys. You gotta bear with us. You gotta bear with us. I hope you guys are playing this 20 questions guessing game alongside us as well.
So he's still on 2 bases, but he drops Twilight, which suggests he's gonna kind of macro, but there's still no third Nexus. So it's really like, I have no idea. But with the Colossus out, Zanster might be kind of okay against this little bit of a tank push that Harstem's going for. This is probably the most normal build Harstem's done for all series, by the way. Like, just a single Cyclone into Marines and tanks, no nonsense, and, you know, not too many tanks or anything. Like, he's going into stim and combat on time. He's done pretty much everything, like, exactly like you would expect it to be in a normal TVP, so it's very standard from Harstem. He's just going to pull back. I mean, sees no third base, no reason to attack if there isn't one, because this kind of initial pressure is really designed to kind of punish a third.
He loads up though. 2 medevacs moving across the map. Gonna probably drop in the natural here, unless he wants to for some reason pick off this Robo Bay, because he knows that is the only one that's up. I'm sure, or like he knows. I mean, sorry, robotics facility, not.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get rid of it, it'd be really good. It'd be really nice for him.
Because that would cut down on Colossus production.
Yeah, exactly. I don't actually think he still doesn't know if it's real Colossi, by the way, I don't think. He's not seen the Robo Bay, right? So all he saw was a hallucinate. Now he sees that it's going to be real with the Cyclone in the middle. And he's going to push forwards with these Marines. And, well, I mean, Zanster's going to pull back and try and deal with this. But, well, it's going to be interesting. The War Prism goes down, which is a nice pick-off, but Harstem has to lift up and back away. And a new War Prism will be made instantly.
This is a really, really delicate spot here for this Robo. I don't know. It's very vulnerable. Like, Zanster's
yeah, I mean, it's obviously one of the risks. It's actually not going to be so bad once he gets his third Nexus up, because actually you're going to want to defend the third Nexus anyway. I mean, it's still, like, exposed, right, compared to where it usually would be, but at least then he's kind of, you know, got to defend that location anyways, whereas right now, it is just something that's out there that he doesn't want to be defending because he's just 2 basing it, and he is just 2 basing it. Like, the Twilight came down, he built Blink, and now he's just going to go. And he's got War Prism, he's got 3 Colossi.
Yeah, Harstem's been very diligently scouting, though, sending that Cyclone in to see if the third is even up. These 2 medevacs going to come in, and I think he's going to snipe it. Yeah, he's going to work on sniping it. But Zanster's already across the map on Harstem's side, working on the rocks. The tank's in position and ready to receive this army.
I'm surprised Zanster didn't go around the other way. Like around the right-hand side. He's going to start going that way now after realizing he has to kill the rocks, so he's going to come around here and try and push in, but I mean, Harstem's got so many tanks set up, I think Harstem's just gone up to defend this. He's got +1 upgrade as well, which is something that there just isn't for Zanster right now. It's just going to be seeing the army of Zanster going to try and get in position, but again, tanks are well set up, and Again, just going to see hallucinate things getting picked off right away, and yeah, I mean, Marine's dropping off in the main base too. Just Harstem doing such a good job because now he's going to actually force a recall of 3 stalkers. I don't even know, but but it's just kind of a little bit all over the place for Zanster. He's trying to figure out what to kind of really do here. Falls back now.
Those medevacs are so low, it must be irritating not to be. Oh, no, never mind. I was gonna say, it's always so irritating when they don't get picked off.
The command center and the naturals doing a bit of a dance because it's following like an SCV.
Oh,
it's just finished. Where it's like moving to the left and to the right. It was doing a little bit of a jive. It's having a good time.
Hey man, if you can have a party in a bunker, why not have a party in a CC, right?
Yeah, it's good logic. Can you have a party in a bunker? I never knew.
Yeah, you can. You didn't know?
Nope.
Yeah, they're like it plays music and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Today I learned. Force fields from Zanster. He's going to kind of get Harstem a bit out of position, but he still has to work his way through these rocks. I mean, he might get into the natural, and then Harstem's going to be forced to kind of attack into Zanster rather than sort of the other way around, which is obviously very beneficial from Zanster's point of view. Viking's starting to go down as well, and he's actually just going to go straight up into the main. Good force fields on the low ground. Just going to keep on kind of forcing these units to come in a few at a time, and actually will now force field the ramp into the main. This is really sick for Zanster at the moment.
Throwing down the force fields on the ram too to deny him. I mean, he's basically like, watch this. Watch what happens when lasers hit buildings. Oh yeah, definitely. At all this fire. This wreckage. 100%. The burning.
Well, this army's starting to get up here now, and Harstem... Well, you know what? Harstem does teach his tanks. It's, wow, these Colossi do so much, but again, tanks are pretty good as well. And this tanks are starting to clean up so much, and there's just 2 Colossi left. This was like the best possible chance for Zanster to fight this. It still wasn't enough. That's how good a position Harstem was in today.
Well, Zanster was on 2 bases for so long, like his third.
Yeah. I mean, he was doing a 2-base all-in that got deflected, and you know, from there he sacrificed upgrades to do that and all the rest of it. So, yeah.
We do see Harstem's army moving out, though. I mean, Zanster obviously sees this as well. I don't think he's gonna be able to get anything out in time.
That sounds like nothing. He had to rebuild his robo as well before he could make even more Colossi. So he's only got 1 Colossus at the moment. The second's about a pop, but with this army of Harstem starting to siege up just out of range, he's gonna be able to push on in towards this. A few stalkers from Zanster going to counterattack towards the third, which is nice, but there's some units here from Harstem too, reinforcements, and he is still looking pretty okay for this.
There's a small group of stalkers down on the lower right side of the map, but I don't know what he wants to get done with this. I guess just maybe pick off some SCVs, but there's enough there to deal with these stalkers here, and Harstem's gonna clean up, and he's just gonna focus on this main engagement over here by Zanster's third.
Yeah, Harstem's completely fine. I mean, he's just got so much, and now we're gonna be seeing the stalkers gonna go down, the Colossi will go down too, and that's just gonna be game with the mules as well. For a finishing touch. Good stuff. GG. Harstem ties up.
Oh my god. Every time he throws down the mules, man, it's like the cherry on top, you know. It's like he's signing his game, you know what I mean.
I mean, it's just the Harstem way. If you could throw down, I'm sure if you could throw down mules as a Protoss player, you'd do it every game. He's just really enjoying playing Terran, you know, and really kind of, you know, doing it to the max, doing everything you possibly can.
For sure. These games have been going much closer than I expected. I had no idea. I think they're about tied MMR wise. Like I paired these guys up based on the MMR they gave me for each reverse race. So
Really?
Yeah, they all gave me like a ballpark of what their MMR was, and that's why I paired them up the way I did. It wasn't any kind of like favoritism or anything like that. It was just, you know, what I thought would make the best matchup. So yeah, Zanster even told me specifically that he really enjoys playing PvT, and then Harstem told me he only wanted to play Terran, so that just worked out really well.
Okay. So basically, this was like a match meant to happen.
It absolutely was, and especially between two friends like this. Oh, there's a lot of banter going on.
There's some really good discussions going on right now.
Yeah.
Some really good discussions.
I wish there was more of this in StarCraft in general, because you know how in Street Fighter and most fighting games they'll do the oh, you guys are gonna see it after all. They're gonna bless you guys with some bans here. But yeah. I wish you could see this kind of stuff more with StarCraft. I want people to get in each other's faces, you know, and just be like, you suck.
I just love Zanster. It's just like, how am I even supposed to know that? I don't play this matchup.
He asked for this matchup and he doesn't know.
I've got no idea what's going on. Beautiful.
He did win the first two. I was testing your skills. Oh god.
So you don't even need a cast for this, you just need the in-game chat.
Harstem,
to kind of keep him alive.
Harstem's basically saying that he was hustling Zanster this entire time. Are they even? I don't even think they're doing anything. Like their APM is like, you know, whatever. But they're just typing.
They can type quickly though. Fast typers, you know.
They
Fast
are.
typers.
They are. You know, a lot of these guys actually really like typing games.
I love typing games. Typing games are the best.
I do too, dude. Oh, they're so fun.
Really?
Yeah. So do you want to introduce the guy who's throwing the shade and throwing the manor mules?
Nah, I don't like introducing BM players. I've decided. Sorry.
You wanted to.
I did, but then I realized just how BM this guy is.
That's fine. So the guy throwing down 1,000,000 mules a second is gonna be Harstem Zanster.
And to the bottom right, he's dropped 2 maps in a row. It's Zanster from Storm Gaming. It was going to be really weird going from casting this to casting like some main race matches.
What?
Like,
what about eBay? What? I'm totally missing
he's
this.
building an eBay in the natural expansion.
I thought he meant eBay as in ebay.com. I'm not even kidding. I thought he meant he was going to sell his tanks on eBay.
That's the difference between a Terran player and a non-Terran player. Like, eBay to me just means engineering bay. Like, straight up. He's just like, PP eBay, I gotta bid on something. It's about to finish.
I thought he was gonna sell his tanks on eBay. I was like, how? Something that you can't sell on eBay, though, are these replays, which you can get for $5 or more, by the way, guys.
Wow. That is such a good throw together. Amazing.
Oh, you can only get it today, either on Matcherino or through the stream. And this is going to go towards another Fight Club. So if you guys are enjoying the games, then, you know, think about it. Because I really want to throw together some more of these. These are fun games to cast. And whether or not you like my casting or Wardy's casting, you can mute the stream and still enjoy the games.
You're not meant to say that.
No, it doesn't matter.
You're not meant to tell them to just mute the stream. That's like the last thing. Because then they don't know to buy the replay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Ah. Love the XD from Zanster. He completely shuts down Harstem here. Harstem is being made a fool of right now. He's just made a medevac and he's got nothing to drop with it because he's just lost everything. I'm winning. I'm winning, he says, as he loses 2 Hellions, a Reaper, and kills 1 Pro.
And is slightly behind in workers.
I mean, that's kind of normal for a Terran player, though, because he's got meals.
Right.
So, it's okay.
This is
but,
true.
I mean, it just delays his tech, right? Because he's committed into Hellions and stuff already. And now he just doesn't have anything to... Oh, there's an Oracle, there's a Widowmine in the mid-natural. This Oracle's been very careful. Look at Zanster's micro of the Oracle. But now he's going to have Adepts as well, and if he just comes in with the Adepts and sets the Widow Mine off with one of them, the Oracle's just going to have a field
I think
day.
the mines are going to get most... Oh, no, not bad. There is a medevac drop with 2 mines coming in to Zanster's base, but there's nothing at home to defend against these Oracles except for the one Viking.
This is a very weird sort of situation. Widow Mines are going to start burrowing.
Oh,
And there isn't any detection up, by the way.
Zanster is paying attention though. Harstem doesn't get the hit that he's looking for, and he's also paying attention in the main as well. Again, only losing 2 probes. Not bad, not too shabby. There's a Adept still alive in the natural. Oh my goodness.
I mean, Harstem's lost a lot of workers, and now the Oracle's come home to revelate those Widow Mines before they can do too much more damage. So, this is good defense. Good defense by Zanster, good aggression as well across the map. Comes out 17 workers ahead. Looks very... Yeah, I think that might not really be the case any longer for the Harstem here.
I mean, these guys, man, Zanster really want... Scratch that from the record. Zanster really wants to show what he's made of. He wants to show that he's not gonna let Harstem get away with all this trash talking. He's gonna be like, you know what? You're gonna eat your words. And you're gonna eat these oracles too.
You forgot to factor in the skill difference. Oh, so much BS, man. This is even better than the pre-lobby chat as well that we had as well. So it's like you guys are really seeing the top quality. Harstem, I really feel this is what we should have just put Harstem and Zanster up against each other with, just like straight up banter and just putting each other kind of like down all the time. Would have been great.
I love it. I love it.
2 Oracles gonna fly over the left side and obviously want to try and do a bit more damage. There's a lot of Widow Mines out there for Harstem, which is obviously good. His army supply Harstem is actually okay. He's about to get Stim in combat, and if he goes for a bit of a push, then maybe he could do something here. I don't know what Zanster's really... I guess Zanster's got a lot of Stalkers with Blink on the way. It's a very fragile army though, and will die very quickly if you micro it wrong.
He's gonna go for a Stasis Ward instead. Only traps 2 SCVs. Not too bad, not too bad.
God. He trapped the Widow Mine. Imagine that you trap the Widow Mine and then fly. There's another one, but like trap the Widow Mine and then come in and like do so much more damage. These Oracles are doing a good job. 3 workers killed and going for a few more Widow Mines repositioning those. Zanster deals with it and Harstem actually pulls back home, so Zanster's buying himself a lot of time. You just keep on up with this economy lead and just turn that economy lead into more army.
You know, I think Harstem's gonna be able to... Oh, this is gonna be kind of a fair fight depending on... Ooh, turrets going up. Depending on how Zanster goes about this.
Why is he building turrets?
I don't know. He's building 2 turrets and 2 bunkers.
The Oracles?
2
I mean,
turrets and 2 bunkers, dude. Like, who
I mean,
does this?
I mean, I'm not sure if it's that. I mean, against like Phoenix or something, it would make sense, but against Stalker.
You know, maybe he wants to snipe observers so that he can't see the mines.
They're gonna have some use, but I don't know why you need 2 turrets at all. I've actually got no idea. Is he just gonna keep on pushing forward with bunkers?
He's just leapfrogging bunkers forward. Leapfrogging bunkers and mines forward. He needs a revelation or a... oh, he has an observer on the high ground there, so he's fine. Yeah.
You can see this, and he's got Oracles, which is just a bit more reliable
than
the observer.
Then that's a good revelation. He gets most of those Widow Mines. Only 1 he doesn't get, so I think Harstem's gonna try to take advantage of that and try to send that Widow Mine around. Nope, he has picked up. Never mind. Never mind. I don't know why he scanned for that observer. What is that turret not in range to scout that observer?
No, it's not. Otherwise he wouldn't have scanned.
What? I don't know. He just does random stuff. So how am I supposed to
be fair with these players, I can see what you mean, but it would have been killed already if there was already vision for it. Have you seen these Zords kind of sacrifice themselves to the Widow Mines so that Zanster can keep on pushing through? Nah, there's just so much from Zanster. Harstem was so far behind, leaves the game. No GG.
No GG. No GG.
And Zanster takes another game.
Oh. Wow, guys, we've got quite a series on our hands here for this PVT. Good gracious, if you guys are just joining us, we're doing an off race. Oh, Zanster. Oh, God. Sort of joining in on the banter now. he's in the lobby. I think he's watching. Which, by the way, guys, sort of is going to be playing TLO a little later on. We're going to get into, we're finishing up, actually it's going to be the next game. We're finishing up today with some main race matches. So, yeah.
Yep.
You're right, it is going to be a little weird.
Going from this into casting
going into
matches
main,
that actually might make sense and like probably deserve proper casting instead of just like laughing at the players all the time.
I'm glad you could join me for this this particular matchup though.
Just to get a feel
just
of
because it's so fun.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't think it's fun?
Yeah. It's fun. It's
All right.
nice.
Do you want to do the honors here?
What is the final map? Sequencer is the final map. If he gets there. Alright, bottom left hand side is red town player. It is Harstem.
And on the top right, we have up 3-2. I'm going to do the score in a minute. Guys, give me a sec. It's Storm's Zanster.
I'm surprised Zanster even said there isn't going to be a final map, or I'm surprised he didn't just replied Proxima, you know? Just, I don't know, just throwing a bit of BM. All the rest of it. Harstem's really convinced Zanster only all-ins, but it's really not been the case at all. It's been quite the opposite. Yeah, not at all. It really hasn't.
Harstem's the one that's been putting on the weird builds earlier on, and not a single honorable game. Oh, he's just memeing at this point, I think.
We're gonna be seeing the this time the proxy Stargate's actually gonna come along, and he's gonna be against the CC first as well, which actually a CC first is pretty good against oracles because you actually just get so many marines up so quickly, you can actually split them up between your bases to defend each mineral line already, so it's good. If Harstem can do it correctly, which we'll find out here over the next few moments. Once again, ready to pop the Stargate down. Should be a Stargate this time.
Marines coming out for Harstem. Do you think he just wants to go into standard like 2-1-1?
Well, he went CC first, so he doesn't have any gas, right? So he has to build like 3 racks. He builds like triple racks, and then he goes Marines. So you have loads of Marines compared to usual.
This proxy Stargate, though.
See, this is again like a really Wings of Liberty-esque thing, which is just like the gasless expand. And it's just basically you always go triple racks, and then you go double gas, and then it's like factory. It's like so laid out in stone, like the setup that you go for. It's just so kind of. It just used to be kind of. It used to be the build every game. Used in every game in TVP
to
back
get
in
the
the
great
day.
British chemistry cast. Keepo.
Very popular.
I'm so sorry, Wardy. I was laughing because we got a donation from Solidus. Thank you so much for the $10, man. But he was trying to talk over you with the text to speech, and I have a British lady for my text to speech, so he was trying to override your British with his robotic British. Oh, that was I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm sorry, I was not paying attention just now when you were talking.
Scammed. It's okay. I didn't say anything useful.
Oh, but anyways, we do see an Oracle.
I was just explaining like the very basics of TVP to you, though.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this matchup because I don't really watch this matchup. It's not my favorite to watch, so I tend to find a Zerg stream. We do see an Oracle coming in, though. I would love for Harstem to yell Oracle abuser right now. Just for the sake of it.
You know what? The funny thing is as well, like, this is the one game where Harstem just scouts late. By the way, there's a fleet beacon on the way, which means we're probably going to see Tempests. And I actually really don't know if Harstem knows how to deal with proxy Tempests. Which are actually pretty good on Proxima, because of the kind of space you can keep them in and the way you can kind of poke and prod at the Terran's main so frequently. So this could be pretty good. First Tempest on the way. And Zanster starts to set up into true little Roddy build here to try and try and make things happen.
Oh, is this Oracle gonna get anything done? I don't think so. He's got 1 kill. 1 kill? Alright, okay, little Oracle. Just go on. Fly out. Ooh, 2 kills.
Well, the first Oracle has 3 kills as well, so it's like 5 Oracle kills. That's a real Oracle abuser right there. 5 kills in the first 3 minutes of the game.
God.
Disgusting! Absolutely disgusting.
So Imba. I like how Zanster just kind of left this SEV in his natural, like, you're harmless, you're fine. You're not doing anything. Oh, he's gonna pick it off. Never mind. Never mind. It's bothering him now.
Have you seen the first Tempest is here? This is when Harstem is really going to be like, oh shit. Because I actually really don't know what Harstem thinks to do against this. Because, you know, usually I might say, like, Harstem has experience with the Protoss build, so he knows what works well from the Terran's perspective. Because, you know, he's used it against Terran before. Don't know if Harstem has ever made Proxy Tempests, you know? It's it's an interesting choice. As we see, the Tempest is...
Are you joking?
Well, yeah, I mean, this Tempest is like untouchable at the moment because he has no. He's building 2 starports at once.
Better than a Liberator. I can't even hear him in his accent. Are you joking? I can't do it. I can't do it. That was close,
Yeah, that was not it. That didn't happen. Scratch that. That was that's horrendous as Harstem's performance in this series right now. Oh god.
You know, these games are ending a lot earlier, or a lot quicker than I thought. I'm a little
It's not
worried.
over yet.
It's not over yet,
Alara.
It's not. It's not. We can
Still,
go into...
the Census has 2 Tempests to the right side, just still waiting to do something.
More Tempest coming out. More Tempest.
Look at this, the first Viking's actually taking a lot of damage. Oh, did he snipe it? No, he got stays alive. Why has he forgotten about it? He's actually just forgotten about one of his Tempests. It's just stood there doing nothing. Did he not realize that he should have more than 2 Tempests? No, but because he that's the second Tempest that he built. The third Tempest has come and joined in. The second Tempest has just stood there doing absolutely nothing. like literally,
He's just like,
sat there.
you homies can take this. I'll just watch.
The proxy Tempest all in.
maybe the guy who's piloting this Tempest
There we
is
go.
watching
He
the stream.
Finds it now. All right. We've seen the Tempest continue to pick away, and 12 reactors going to take some damage. Vikings will move forwards again. The Vikings are like the very kind of good part of this.
Stand in the Marines.
Yeah, that's painful. You need 5 Tempests to kind of one-shot these Vikings, so he's just not quite at that critical number just yet. And now the Vikings are beginning to clean this out, so Tempests keep on dying. And yeah, this was
these are expensive units.
yeah, that was good by Harstem. Just stack up the Vikings nice and quick, and well, that looks good for him. Zanster, by the way, did take a 3rd base behind us though, and he has got more Stargates at home. He's starting to build carriers, which is an interesting way to go about this. Very interesting way to go about this.
Do you think we're gonna get another "Are you joking" when he sees the carrier?
I think we're gonna get mana mules because I think Harstem will kind of just stim and win in the next few moments. Like, he's got a lot of Marines. He's about to have a couple medevacs to heal them up. He's already got a good number of Vikings. Like, Zanster literally has 2 Oracles and an Adept on the map right now, and some cannons to help him defend. Like, that's literally all there is. Like, these Vikings could even land behind this mineralite and kill off a whole bunch of probes if they wanted to.
Yeah, there's no real pylon here to be able to do much. I mean, there's 2 surround, but he'd have to pull the mineral line.
Yeah, he'd be like, he just wouldn't have anything, because he's got no gateways as well, so he can't just warp in to defend. Like, he's purely on Stargate tech, and he's building carriers and Tempests, and yeah, I mean, the carriers especially. In fact, I mean, Zanster's actually up like 63 to 49 workers. He's got air upgrades too, shield and +1 attack.
Yeah, but there are 4 medevacs looking to move into the main here. He's gonna see the fleet beacon. And he's gonna
he's gonna see the carriers, but the thing is he's just got stim marines, and the carriers just gonna go down pretty much instantly. So one carrier goes down, the mothership core will drop as well. Vikings here too to help out. I mean, he can just sit wherever he needs to kind of defend against this. Because whatever builds now is just not going to come out fast enough to help out. You know, 2 Tempests won't be enough on their own. Like, when you've got Marines in your base like this is why he built cannons at the front to help defend. But if you don't have cannons elsewhere, obviously that becomes a bit of a problem. And now he can just move down to the natural. And, you know, I mean, Tempest might start coming out, but there's, again, still a good Viking count from earlier, which he can come in and use. He's actually going to target the Interceptor to begin with, and he's going to be able to get rid of that carrier. Goes down, and, I mean, the natural's fallen as well. Tempest is just going to take so long to pick their way through these Marines, it's just not realistic. So, Harstem is going to take us to a Game 7. It looks like.
Ace match, boys! Oh, I'm so excited that we have an ace match going on.
He's actually going to lose a medevac. He actually lifts up and backs away, but he can, again, drop in the back. The mothership core got killed before, so this is going to pick off more probes, and Zanster is getting into a worse and worse position here. He's going to be seeing the, again, Marines just doing a little bit more damage here and there.
Only 9 probes go down, though. Not terrible. But
he lost a base.
Not the best. Yeah, he did lose a base.
He'll start to build up a 4th. I mean, the thing is, Harstem just really needs to kind of just mass Marine Viking sort of thing. Like,
these Marines are very weirdly rallied.
He's got
in the middle of the map here.
He's got Marines all over the place at the moment, so he needs to do the classic. He needs to recall his Protoss abilities and use the F2 hotkey and A move, and I think he should be good. Which, again, he plays Protoss, right? So he should have a pretty good understanding of that. If he does that right now, he's good. I believe.
He is going to move into the front, it seems, with these medevacs and Marines and Vikings. Not many Marauders, just 2 Marauders in this.
There's literally no need for Marauders against like Tempest and stuff. Like, they're just going to do absolutely nothing. Like, they're really going to they're just going to hurt you more than they help, because like the only thing they're going to do is realistically give you less Marines, so that's orders the bear right now. Runs straight through the overcharge, by the way. Doesn't even bother to kill the pylon. Just goes underneath these.
Gets caught in the stasis.
Wow. Well, that's actually pretty nice because he keeps the carrier alive. Because, you know, to be fair, all Zanster really needs to do is if he can get like enough Sky Army up, then surely he'd be able to kind of get going there. But I mean, right now, he hasn't been able to get there, but now he's going to get like a few more carriers up. Harstem wasn't able to clean up anything just then, and well, that might change things a little bit here for Zanster. He rebuilds his cannons up the front, still just on the 3 bases as Harstem gathers up once more. And he was still only building Bayer, which again, I guess initially was kind of okay, but now you might want to get something like, you know, like some more Vikings in the sky. He's actually pulling SCVs across the map.
He wants to get at the gold. He needs to take down these rocks, though, just in case there is something that happens for some weird reason. If Zanster is feeling extra ballsy and wants to try to push in here. But I think Harstem's feeling very comfortable with taking this gold because he knows that there's... Like, Zanster's pretty turtled in his base right now. There's nothing he can do. There's a drop coming in on the 3rd as well. Having to pull his probes away from the mineral line is going to hurt because he's already down in economy.
Nah, this is really nice by Harstem. He only gets 1 Marine trapped by the Stasis Ward, but he can't actually break the cannons just yet, so he only kills 3 workers with the drop as well. The carriers will come in and defend, and again, more carriers keep coming up, and Harstem has to find a bit of a better response to this now. Like, just Marines is not really going to cut it anymore as these units continue to stack on up.
Do you think he's gonna make nukes? I wonder if Harstem's gonna make nukes. I feel like that falls in line with his attitude about everything. I mean, he's so far ahead that I feel like he totally could if he wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, he probably could. I don't know how far ahead he is anymore. I know he's got lots of bases and stuff, but like this army is like, he does not have a counter to this army still. Like, at all. Like, there's just so many carriers at the moment. It's kind of scary for Harstem, I think. Especially if he keeps fighting back into those cannons, he's going to take the fight. Yeah, this is not good at all. Stasis Ward hits half the army as well. Harstem's supply is just disappearing.
Oh,
Zanster
is Zanster
gonna
gonna
kill off
take
so
this?
much.
You're kidding me.
It's not over. Yeah, Harstem has much more eco, so he can rebuild a lot faster. But Zanster should just get ready to start going, or at least trying to get ready to take another base now. The thing is, again, like what Harstem was doing initially was fine. Like just massing Marines was great because there was only 1 or 2 air units. But when there's more air units, you cannot just kind of run tier 1 tech into it, you know? At all. As going to be seeing the the analysis from Harstem is going to be that this isn't good. He scans the army as well. Probably realizing he's in a bit of trouble.
Oh, Zanster. Oh, what the banter. Oh, Mothership coming in is just going to be the cherry on top of this army. There's
It's an
no
EMP,
way for...
sort of helps, maybe. How many Vikings are up? 12? Yeah, that's not enough. What a game.
More ghosts coming out, more Vikings coming out, but I don't think it's going to be enough before Zanster just completely wipes out the production and possibly even the army. It seems like he just wants to...
He can take a fight right now. He just needs to start going and he's going to be able to do this pretty okay, I think. Interceptor's getting the job done, Marines are dropping. I mean, the Vikings are slowly getting rid of the carriers though. But as soon as the carriers actually focus on the Vikings instead of the Marines, the Vikings drop very quickly, as you can see. And now Harstem has 100 supply and really not much to play for. And this just all went wrong where he had that one fight in the natural, which didn't quite go his way, and he got half his army stasis, caught in his stasis. That all went wrong for Harstem right there, and he says, no, he can't believe it. GG, wow, the offensive GG. And Zanster is going to take it 4 games to 2. No ace match. Wow, what a turnaround. What a turnaround.
All right, well, we've got Zanster coming in for the kill here. I mean, I was totally expecting an ace match there. I think they're pretty evenly matched. I don't know. I totally thought Harstem had it there.
I think Harstem should have. Honestly, this looked like one of my games where I'm like, oh, this guy's terrible. Like, and I just sort of attack and I'm like, this is so easily my game. And then you just lose too much and suddenly he's got like tier 3 mass sky and you've got like 10 Marines and like 4 Vikings. I love what sort of in the chat saying, do you want us to skip playing and we'll just do another Harstem versus Zanster best of 7?